The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, Canada makes everyone a promise. It's a very simple deal. You work hard, you get decent food, and a good home in a safe neighborhood. Doesn't matter where you come from, you work hard, that's what you get. But that promise, like everything else, is broken after 9 years of this NDP Liberal Prime Minister. He's doubled housing costs. That's why I came forward with a now widely celebrated idea to axe the GST sales tax on new homes, saving up to $50,000 on the cost of a new home. Will he accept my common sense plan to axe the tax and build the homes?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the only thing that the Conservative leader is offering at a time where Canadians need support is cuts. He's proposing to cut billions of dollars of investments in housing across the country to increase densification, to cut red tape, to accelerate the construction of homes and apartments that Canadians need. He's offering cuts. He's offering austerity. He's saying everything is broken, and then he's thinking that cuts to services and programs and investments is what's going to help Canadians. That's not responsible leadership, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He proposes to cut bureaucracy and taxes, Mr. Speaker. Let's axe the sales tax on new homes, saving up to $50,000 on a new home. That's a savings of almost $2,700 per year in lower mortgage payments. By contrast, the Prime Minister offers multi-billion-dollar housing bureaucracy in Ottawa that his own housing minister admits doesn't build homes. So why won't he listen to his own housing minister and accept my common sense plan to axe the tax and build the homes?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, one of the most fundamental responsibilities of any Canadian Prime Minister is the safety of Canadians. Unfortunately, the Leader of the Opposition has failed at his responsibility to keep his own MPs safe from foreign interference. So I have asked the security services to figure out a way to give some information to the Leader of the Opposition so that he can actually fulfill his responsibility of protecting Canadians, including those within his own caucus. It would be easier if he got a security clearance, but I've asked them to give him some information nonetheless.
Can I ask the Honourable Member from Selkirk Interlake Eastmain, please, not to take the microphone. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, I know that the Prime Minister has told his caucus he's not sleeping. He's pulling his hair out with stress because of his caucus revolting against him. Now he's spreading tin pot conspiracy theories rather than answering the question. 80% of Canadians now believe that home ownership is only for the very rich after he doubled the cost of housing in 9 years. I came forward with a common sense plan to axe the GST on new homes, saving up to $50,000 on a new home. Why won't he accept my plan to axe the tax and build the home?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
He just put forward a plan to cut billions of dollars of investment in housing across the country. But, Mr. Speaker, in regards to issues of national security, it is extraordinarily difficult to see a leader of the Conservative Party refuse to get the necessary security briefings that would allow him to protect his own MPs and indeed protect our Canadian democracy. So I have asked the security services to figure out a way to share some information, perhaps even some names, with the leader of the Conservative Party so that he can take action and protect his members.
Very much. Mr. Speaker, Canada made a promise to everyone. It's very simple. Work hard, get a big paycheck, and buy food and affordable housing in safe communities, no matter where you're from. But this Canadian promise, like everything else, is broken after 9 years of this Prime Minister who's doubled the cost of housing. This week, I proposed eliminating the GST on the purchase of a new home. Everyone is in agreement it's going to reduce the cost of a new home. Will the Prime Minister accept my common sense idea? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. The problem, Mr. Speaker, the fundamental problem for the opposition leader is that all the challenges he sees, he's got one solution for them: cutting services, programs and investments for Canadians. Even when he tries to put forward solutions for housing, he wants to cut. He cuts thousands, millions, billions of dollars in building more housing. He's calling for a cut of $9 billion that we're sending to the government of Quebec to accelerate housing starts across Quebec. We need investments to build new homes, not cuts and austerity. That's all that the Conservative Party is offering us. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition. It's not surprising that the Prime Minister is against cutting GST on housing because he doubled the cost. He did it by breaking the immigration system, by printing $750 billion in inflationary funding, by funding bureaucracies that prevent construction, and by putting new taxes on housing. He's trying to build more bureaucracy in Ottawa, bureaucracy that doesn't lead to any new housing. So, once again, will he go back on 9 years of failure, accept our common sense idea, cut GST on new homes? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, the Conservative Party's plan is to cut hundreds of millions of dollars for Quebec, to cut investments in housing across the country. That's not what Canadians need. We are investing in housing. We are investing to build more opportunities across the country for people, and all he's offering is billions of dollars in cuts in services and programs and services that Canadians need.